Good afternoon and welcome back again to yet another exciting encounter. The semi-final one in Indatwa, Hampshire, taking on Gahanga Queens. Indatwa, Hampshire winning the toss and electing to have a ball face. The squads are there. Ishimwe Henriette Irakoze Flora, Giselle Ishimwe Ngabire Justine Ngabire Sifa Mohawe Nimana Immaculate Tumkunde Marie Josepha Ufitinema Lillian Umgwaneza Grace Tony Chanceline Uwezi Imana Devote Umbiei Giseline. That is the Indatwa Hampshire squad. Gahanga Queens Uwase Merive, the captain Belis Mregatete Clementine Uwaisaba Colombe Uwizeye Cynthia Uwera Ishimwe Umtoni Wase Zurufat Nasla Umkundwa Ruth Uimana Shakira Niyomuhoza Clarice Umtoni Wase Uwase Giovannis and Esther Nira Habimana. That is the Gahanga Queens lineup. We are a couple of minutes away from witnessing the first semi-final. 10 overs it is. The RCA Women's T10s powered by Davabet. This is promising to be another exciting encounter. We saw early in the morning Charity taking on Mahanga Zebras, and the Mahanga Zebras winning that game by 14 runs, and they joined in the semi-finals of this RCA Davabet Women's T10. I'm just shortly joined in by another player who's going to be featuring in the late afternoon game. Sorowate taking on Mahanga Zebras again. Rosine Irera, welcome.
Thank you, Renadi. How is it?
Not bad. You've got a game in the afternoon, obviously. I don't want to take much of your time. Talk us through the game, the plan. You've played Sorowate. You've played Mahanga Zebras. They won against you again, dismissing you for 27 runs. Today, what can be your plan going forward?
So not much, but going for our basics, as we did for last two games, we didn't bowl any wide or any no ball, so we are going to stick for that as a positive one, and we're also going to work on our batting side, not giving main chances like how we did in last games. So that's all about our games.
There you see the two openers for Gahanga Queens, Clarice Umtoni Wase and the captain Merve Wase starting the proceedings. Obviously, you playing the other second semi-final. Between these two teams, there is definitely a team that you would fancy playing if you manage to win the semi-final in the final. Which one between these two?
So I can prefer all because we thirsty how to win them. It is not afraid of them. Who is going to make it? That's one. If we manage to get the final, we are ready to play each and everyone among these two teams.
Definitely there she failed to differentiate between these two teams. I wanted only one, but she just kept her cards closer to her chest. Mohawe Nimana with the ball from the road end, starting the bowling, opening the bowling for Indatwa Hampshire. And the match is set up to start. There were two umpires there, Gaston Nibizi and Damascene are the two match officials, and Angeline Nicole Igiozo is the third umpire sitting in the umpire stand there. Match innings 53 for Uwase 46 innings 671, the highest being 57, average of 19.74. A healthy strike rate of 92.81, 250s under a belt. She is capable enough of causing a damage to any opposition. Let's see when we are now ready to start off. I wish you the best in your afternoon game, Rosine Herrera. We'll be watching you doing what you know best.
So thank you and enjoy this box because it's gonna be hot more than the days before.
Thank you, Rosine. Right, the match is about to begin. First ball is being bowled. Goes swing and a miss, goes for the cut. Lovely piece of bounce there coming up from Hawenimana Immaculate for Indatwa Hampshire. Merve was still showing the signs and the intent to go on from ball number one. We saw her doing that last weekend against Charity. The first ball going to the boundary and the second deliver again, getting 2 boundaries before she was dismissed of her 2 deliveries. How long can she stay? Especially in this much important game again, deciding who is going to be playing the final on the 16. Goes down there hard again. Played straight to Giselle Shimwe at mid-off for a dot. 2 dots so far have been bowled. Welcome back again. Zaid Khan. Another interesting game we have got in our hands. These two teams did not manage to play against each other in the group stages because of rain. They managed to share the spoils in terms of points. Now today they are facing each other in the most important game of all, the decider of the final. Another short and wide delivery there. Swing and a miss 3 times in a row for Uwase Merve.
Very interesting indeed. This time around, no chances of rain whatsoever. Extremely hot and humid here at Gahanga. And a quick one comes by, playing it on the leg side. And they opened their account with a single on that occasion, shown as leg buys. Two Wases out there in the middle. Wasemeve, having faced 4 deliveries, is yet to open up her account. We're into the first over here. Plays it on to the leg side, scrambles along for a single. Slow start this by Gahanga Queens. And playing against a team like Indatwa, they know they have to pile up a big score, making it difficult for their opposition to be chased down in the second division. In the second innings, I beg your pardon. Powerfully struck into the gap. That will be the first boundary. Beautiful, beautiful shot that off the bat of Uwase Merve. Up and going she is. Sweet timing of the ball. Penetrates the gap between point and extra cover there. No chance for the fielders to stop that. Had a boundary written all over it the moment it left the bat. After 1 over, we've got 6 for no loss. And there we have the table standings. Sorwate Women's at the top, but the net run rate is questionable. They've played 4, won 2, lost 1 with 5 points head of the table. Indatwa here is the deciding game. Number 2 taking on number 3. Net run rate of Indatwa is quite high and healthy. Over number 2 is the captain herself, Ishimwe Henriette, coming from the Mount End. Ball number 1. Straight to the fielder. It covers, nowhere to go. A dot to begin with. Goes past the bowler this time. Again, nowhere to go. Another dot delivery. Excellent effort this by the fielders, keeping it to a bare minimum here. Not allowing the Gahanga Queens batters to open up their arms. Just that boundary in the first over that McVeigh got. Here she is charging in again. Excellent delivery, but they pick up a quick single. Superb running between the wickets. This great understanding between the two Wasis. Was in the air for some time, and a misfield allowing the Gahanga Queens batters to pick up yet another single. Slight fumble there, just outside the inner circle. Three deliveries left here of the power play. 2 deliveries now. 8 runs on board. A full delivery there. Played it down the ground and pick up just a single. Just a lack of communication there on that occasion between the two Wasis. Wasim McVeigh realizing it could have been a double, but she turned around too late to see that. Final delivery of the second over of the power play here coming in. 9 runs for no loss is Team Gahanga. And a beautiful looking shot that down the ground. Downtown goes Wasim McVeigh. A couple of bounces and off she goes away for a boundary. Beautiful looking shot that. Captain to captain ends the over with a bang.
Lovely shot there. Look at that, the waiting. Look at the position. Anything that you want from there. And the placement again, we saw that early on in the morning, placement being failure. But now look at this experience now coming in Merve. From where she left off last weekend, she continues with that intent. Especially on crucial games like this, you'd want to see your top batters showing up and performing up to expectation. This is what she has done here. 9 of 7 deliveries. Umtoni Wasekalaris 3 of 5 deliveries. 13 for no loss after 2 overs. As Marie Jose Tumkunde comes in from the road end. Left arm spin.
It'll be interesting to see what sort of battle we've got on hand here. Wasim McVeigh just getting into sync, into motion here. That powerful strike down the ground in the previous over. 2 beautiful boundaries have come off her bat so far. Looking in good control.
Tonwase Clarice, strike. Drop shot. Again, the placement and the execution is what did let Clarice Tonwase down to get that ball off the square. She said 70 plus. Meriveo was on the toss being sent into bet. Up and area into the gap, push to 2 is the call. And today they're a bit hesitant in there, Zaid Khan, these two Gahanga Queens. We've seen them in the previous game. They will be taking on these fielders. Maybe, do you think it is the composition of the game today that is why they're being so careful in terms of running those 2 runs? The balls, I've seen a couple of balls, the other one that went too long on the other time, they didn't even Meriveo did not even manage to come back for 2. This one again, you can see the hesitation between the 2 of them. Is it that thinking of saying this is one of the most important games, so we don't want to lose wickets in that particular fashion, or just something that is in their mind?
True, that can be one of the reasons. And beautiful looking shot down the ground, downtown, and into the hands of the quickest fielder down there. Excellently done. But again, it can be that cautiousness of making it to the next level. And also the outfield here being deceptive. It looks quick. It's a hot day. It's been a hot day since the first game here in the morning. But the outfield is slow. It's not as quick as you expect it, especially when you're looking for value out of your shots. You think certain shots have gone and raced away to the boundary, but the grass just holds on to it for a tad bit longer and knocks the furniture over this time. Through with the defenses of Wase. Wase Clarice there has to show her back. Didn't look like she read that well. Just went through her straight as you like it.
That was a quick one, straight through with the arm. No footwork whatsoever. Look at that jump. Look at how that front leg is onto the leg side, closer to that line on the return, because there, whatever she was doing there, you'd wonder. She's been dismissed in the same particular fashion, the 2 games in a row. So lessons, you talk about lesson being learned, this one has not been learned. In comes Belize Morikatete, 34 matches, 565, a highest of 53, not out, 250s under a belt, a strike rate of 111, a healthy one. She is capable enough of striking the ball, but she comes in when a team is on 16 for 1 into the 3rd over. Yeah, what plan can she come up with? Yes, she is a good striker of the board, not hesitant, but now you've lost a wicket. You need to build a partnership going forward with the guy that you've seen who has been there on the crease, with the captain again. So she needs to make sure that she play a good anchoring innings role with a positive mindset.
I'd love to see her support the captain out there in the middle, and both of these two very, very capable of producing big scores and good understanding between each other. Starts off in a silent manner there. Yes, and I think to break the shackles over here, she'll need to play her natural game and not allow whatever sort of pressure that might be out there. Losing 1 wicket in this format, it's very okay just coming into the 3rd over. Excellent running between the wickets, picking up a quick single. As long as they can keep the score ticking with the singles and doubles, the shots to be hit further out of the park will come in later and handy.
End of 3 overs, yes, 17 for 1. Meriveo was a 10 of 8. There you can see the dugout. A bit of some worrying faces there, yes, because they've lost a wicket early on. Not as expected. Every wicket lost is pressure to the other upcoming batters. Like what you mentioned earlier on, the batters who are in the middle, they just need to forget about that. You can't change what happened 2 or 3 seconds ago. They need to focus on what is happening at that present moment. These 2 guys are capable enough of taking the game away from any opposition. So they just need to rethink, refocus, come up with a good plan to make sure that they keep the momentum going in terms of their betting. Sifa Ingabire being introduced from the Mount End, right arm off spin. Ishimo Henriette sticking to the spinners. The other option worked. Marie-José Tumkunde making sure that she take that much important wicket, dismissing that left and right hand combination that you always don't want to see, especially in games like this. Zaidkan. So lovely decision making there from the captain Ishimwe. A lot of adjustment there. The power play is done. Getting the by guys on the fence is what you'd want to see. Good shot there from Belise Murekatete down on the ground to long off for one.
It's very, very well done, I must say, because that delivery barely picked off the pitch, almost snaked into the stumps there, but put away for a single. Very well done. Takes a step down the pitch, but not the greatest of connections. A failed attempt, I must say. Another dot ball. And a half tracker once again put away. Not as well as she would have opted for, but will be satisfied with just a single there. She knows she missed out on that opportunity. It was a genuine half tracker.
Yeah, definitely she missed. You can see the frustration, the agony in the face. She knew another half trick again. Outside edge. She's pushing for two. Marie-José Tumkunde being the fielder there. Good calling there. Belise Murekatete sending a partner back. Some lovely fielding there. Some energy from Tumkunde Marie-José at backward point. Sifa dropping those half triggers there, getting away with Meda there, Zaid Khan.
And throughout the course of play today, I've witnessed the batters out there in the middle not running the first run hard. Beautiful shot straight into the hands of the fielder. Yes, running hard the first run is very, very vital if you're to pick up the second run easily. And that's some area that the batters need to be working upon. And usually they're very good at it, but just today.
Four overs gone. 21 for 1. Gahanga Queens with the bet being sent into bed. She talked about 70 plus, so we need to see the longer she stays in there, the longer she keeps thinking about her plan. Sifa getting away with some loose deliveries there in that over. They always say sometimes balls like that can be dangerous. High score of the tournament so far is 106 for 0 by Indatwa Hampshire versus Mahanga Zebras. In the group stages, Mahanga Zebras early in the morning managing to beat Charity, and they are playing the second semi-final in the afternoon against Sorowate Girls. Comes in is left arm spin. Chanceline Umtoni from the road end.
And from the looks of it, you can see the harsh conditions out there. The bounce has reduced. It's not producing that much of a bounce. And it's also holding on. Earlier on at the toss, you were there, Leonard. Take us through the conditions of the pitch that you saw.
I mean, the pitch looks good to bet on, especially if you apply yourself and let the ball come to you. It's the scoring wicket there, as long as the batters do the right things. And it's easier to chase on that wicket again, as opposed to betting first. But with the ball, again, if you look at the spinners, the way they are shaping out the ball and turning the ball again, if they do the right things again, hit the right lines and the right length, they can get some assistance there. So it's up to who does what they know best when they get there, who applies the skills. Up in area or catches the call, bounces in front of Henriette Ishimwe. Merive Owase trying to go over the top. But the ball ends safely. But the intent again from Owase Merive, knowing where the gaps are, knowing where the fielders are, again is what I can get and tick my boxes on her betting again so far from the 2-3 games that I've seen her betting, particularly in this tournament.
And we're also yet to see some fireworks by Belise Murekatete. Once in song, we know she can hit it a mile. Just the slowness of the pitch there, catching the batter in two minds, whether to play defensively or to smash it onto the leg side. And that's exactly what caused the error in timing that ball. But they pick up a single. And yes, as long as these two are out there at any point, they're still a threat for Indatwa. Indatwa being the team with the highest score in the tournament. Can see the slow reaction by the partner. Just Merve was almost catching her partner sleeping there. Love to see that shot on replay once again and see what really happened. A swing and a miss there. Excellent bowl. This by Umutoni. Have a look at that. Oh, just missed everything. She tried, she attempted. It stayed low on her. Clubs that onto the leg side and a boundary. It will be strong bottom hand coming into play here by Belize Murekatete. Hit with ferocity. Clean hit that. Have a look. And the downswing coming in so hard and heavy. Penetrates the gap there. And a boundary it is. A clutch boundary, I must say, after a long time.
Yeah, good sense there in that shot, knowing where the gap was. I always talk about placement. That is what you want from your batters up front, knowing where the gaps are. Again, in the gap, but with the slowness of the outfield and the thick grass that is there, they can only manage to get 2 runs there. Good piece of batting there from Murekatete Belize. You look at the placement, Zaidkan, where the gaps are, ending in over a much healthy over for Gahanga Queens, getting 6 of that over. 8 of that over, I beg your pardon there. I spoke too early again. 5 overs done halfway through the innings, 30 for the loss of 1 wicket.
They're going through it really well at the moment, but some extra effort of acceleration will be needed towards the end, towards the latter of the 5 overs remaining. Hot conditions out here, running hard in the middle. Just 10 overs, but that's what you train for. That's what you're in the business for. Yes, you've got the power hitting that can help you. That's one way to look about the things happening out in the middle.
Gisele Shimwe comes in to bowl from the Mount End. Another serious campaigner with the ball at this level of cricket. She usually takes a few wickets in there, now bowling to one of her best friends and opening partner in the national team with the bat. Definitely they've batted along together for quite some time now. Shot again down on the ground, enough feet to the ground. A lovely shot there from Wase Merive, opening those arms, piercing that gap between cover and deep extra cover for 4.
Beautiful looking shot that weighted on it, went low, stayed low, and just a slap through, beating both fielders in the ring and in the deep there. The deep had a few yards to cover to her right, but with the power that he was struck with, she stood no chance. Excellent looking shot that, and putting the fielder on the back foot off the very first delivery. Signs of aggression. Fuller delivery once again, this time not timing it sweetly, but they pick up a single nevertheless. The understanding is there. She knows the task that lies ahead. We've seen an upset this morning. Are we about to see yet another tough competition? And a wise call there by Uwase Merve, telling her partner to settle for just a single there.
Lovely shots from these two. The awareness, Zaid Khan, is what you'd want, where the gaps are. And that waiting of a slow delivered up and over, catches the call. The fielder had no chance whatsoever to get that. That should have been easy too, but Merve being worrying about that shot was only managing to get there. Smart bowling there from Giselle Ishimwe, taking the pace off, back of the hand, slower delivery. Almost gotten a wicket there.
And again, if you see that shot, Leonard, she was trying to go over covers, but just didn't time it well enough. Otherwise, that would have gone over covers for yet another boundary. Just sliced it open. The blade opened up. Maybe a slip of hand. And a full toss goes down in vain. She had all the time to club it anywhere in Gahanga, but misses out on it. Misses out on a gift of a delivery.
That was early Christmas in February there. Police Mrigated may be still in the Valentine's mood, but that ball should have gone anywhere on this ground. But that becomes a dot. Again, another slow deliver up in area. Flora, the wicket keeper, goes for the stamped appeal, but umpire Gaston Yibizi not interested whatsoever in that one, ending over number 6 on 37 for the loss of 1 wicket.
There's 4 more overs left in here. Projected score showing 62. But from the nature of the wicket we've seen today, the chases haven't been easy. Let's wait and see what challenges lie ahead of Team Indatwa here. They've got to squeeze this side. Anywhere around 50 would be a decent score for them to be chasing it down. But once it reaches the 60 mark, that's when the trouble start. And again, the worry is you've still got Belize Murekatete out there in the middle and Uwase Merve, who's on 19 of 16 deliveries here. And she seems to be in the mood of striking big. Speaking of big, we've got the big hitters in Indatwa. Shimwe Giselle with the highest amount of boundaries and maximum to her name. She's got 2 maximums on record of the tournament to her name. Does she stay in the lead? Powerfully struck down the ground. Beautiful shot that made a sweet, sweet sound off the bat. But will settle for just a single.
Again, lovely shot at the down, this time on the ground with control and precision. But the quality of fielding there by Ishimwe Henriette on the boundary, nothing easy is going to come through unless if you find the gap. Devota being brought in to stop that single mid-wicket, and Umgwaneza Grace bowling from the road end off spin. Again, tries to go for the but misses everything completely. The batter, the keeper, and the stumps, all the 3 objects have been missed here. Murekatete is playing a bit too early, I must say. Each time she wants to go for the big hits. But if you just wait for that, I'm telling you, that ball can go anywhere. But that did not stop them from getting that single that comes off in form of buys there. Flora Irakoze being the culprit as a keeper. Another 4 start for Umgwaneza Grace.
And again, on that occasion, you could see the batter doing a full split, just losing balance, not able to time it. Just hurried onto her and beautifully placed onto the leg side this time. They're running hard. They'll come back for a second. Comfortably done this. Got down on one knee and swiveled onto the leg side. Almost a paddle looking shot that. It was in the vacant region. And again, you see the thick outfield there, not allowing that ball to race away. It's very deceiving to the eye. It looks really quick, but it's holding on to the ball as it rolls upon it.
Decent over so far from Gwaneza Grace. Ah, lovely shot there. Lovely. Look at the switch all the way to the boundary side cans. This is some cricket here that we are watching. That's a good shot. If we can see that again, I'm telling you, those are nice shots to see. Those options is a better. You gotta go there with that option. Look at that.
Waited for it, stayed low, eyes on the ball throughout, and great execution. I've seen her practice this shot countless times in the nets, and she's performed it to perfection. She is a pure entertainer. Wasemave, the captain, leading from the front, 26 off 19, and smashed this time onto the leg side. Another boundary, back-to-back boundaries in this over. Mugwaneza here under the assault. The punishment coming, the wrath of Uwasemave. 26 of 19. 30, make that 30 of 20 deliveries.
Look at the placement there. Again, Zaikan, excellent. And look at the head position again, the weight of the ball. Again, something that she has improved on. Again, the options versus spinners. The other time we saw it coming down the track. Now today she just did it once, but now she's waiting for that and going for the reverse. Anything that there is the use of the feet over the mid-wicket shot, pushing for two. That should be easy too there. Lovely piece of running from Murekatete Belize. Good throw there from the deep by Henriette Ishimwe, but it goes in vain because she had already made her ground. End of over number 7. 51 for 1.
Great awareness that, and pushing her partner for that double shows the hunger for runs and the awareness. Second to none there. 51 after 7, and there's the contribution. 22 of 13 by Wasemave, and Belize Murekatete 11 of 13 deliveries. A good solid partnership. I think this might be the very partnership that is the backbone of the score that we will eventually get to see here. Beautiful shots coming off the bat of Wasemave. As a coach, you've worked with Wasemave in the nets plenty of times. And how fruitful is it to you seeing that reverse come in play?
Yeah, very good question there. But I remember the other time we had this conversation. I said each time you play a game, obviously you sit down, reflect, analyze what should be done. Then you go in there in the nets to sort out those things, asking them to come up with options as players themselves. Which areas and option do they think can work for them? Especially when the situation is like this, then you go out there, you start working on it. She has been working more with that reverse switch again a lot of times and asking when does she apply it. So those are the things that you would want to hear, because as a better, when you go out in there to bet, you need to go in there with a lot of options against all the bowlers that are going to be bowling to you, and those options should be different. You don't use the same options against the different bowlers. So you got to come up with a plan and options versus betters, and you have seen the evidence that is coming in again. And she's also someone who is always eager to learn and someone who's not afraid to up your game. Up in area, lovely shot there from Murekatete Belize. One bounce all the way to the boundary. First ball of Henriette Ishimwe, second over. Opened up with a boundary. Gahanga Queens looks to be on fire here. Look at the arms there, Zaidkan. The head again, we've talked about it. The stability on the wicket is what we are seeing from these two batters.
Have a look at that. She got underneath it, giving it that elevation, and just a bounce away from a boundary ropes. Hit with ferocious power. Great execution this by Belize Murekatete, letting her partner Wasemave know that you're not alone out here in the middle. If you can strike it far, so will I, as I'm here out in the middle to help you pile up the runs for Gahanga Queens. And yes, it is Queens, not Gahanga Queen. So 2 queens out there doing it for their side. Swing and a miss. Beats the outside edge this time. Excellent comeback this by Ishimwe Henriette. just keeping it away from the arc of Belize Morekatete, who's on 15 of 15, a strike rate of 100 exact. Projected score now mentioning 75. A possibility here. In the air.
The feet in the air, but it lands safely there. Giselle Shimwe. Look at the speed there, Zaidkan. And the other thing that I've mentioned, they are fearless cricket that these two Gahanga batters are playing is what is making them score freely like this. Gahanga, Indatwa Hampshire bowlers are not easy bowlers to take them off easily, but if you come up with a positive attitude and a clear plan, this is what happens.
And again, it's a calculative risk. They know, they're aware of where the fielders are, playing it in that region over there. The very rare chances of the fielder taking that catch, especially with low elevation, they don't stand a chance. This time around, tried to flat bat it, but misses out on the connection. And if that was to get any bat on it, that would have raced anywhere. That could have gone anywhere. It's not in good position to play that ball as he was pitched outside the arc. And a slower one, roll of the fingers this time by Shimo Henriette. Again, just teasing Belize Morekatete on that occasion. And the score remains 57 for 1 after 8 overs here. Good comeback by Shimu Henriette after that initial boundary.
Yeah, good comeback over there. Only managing to get 6 runs. If you look at those 2 misses, there is the third man, or the third midfielder, whatever you might want to call it. She's in the Sego there, and Ishimo is bowling it way outside off time. If Belize Morekatete just manages to pierce that into that gap, open that face of the blade, that ball will race away to the boundary. So it's something that he and their partner needs to talk about and how to go about there. Into the last 12 deliveries here, Mahawe Nimana Immaculate comes in to bowl. I also need to ask again as well. You remember, I'm working with names here. I've seen another Mahawe Nimana in the men's team, I think for right guards. Maybe it's in the blood. Again, we saw another Tuesday in the morning. Now we are seeing another Mahawe Nimana here. We have to ask if it is in the blood here in Rwanda. That is another question to be asked another day. If she comes into ball now, is the second last over of the innings. What answers does Merve Uwase has for Immaculate questions? 33 of 23 deliveries, Mwase Merve. Can she go for the big one? Still Shakira Nyomoza sitting outside, Giovannis Uwase sitting outside. Both of them are capable enough of clearing the rope it is. So Gahanga Queens are at upper hand here.
The game over here getting as hot as the weather itself. And here she is charging in. Ball number 1, short pitch. Played on the leg side and a boundary it is. First up. Beautiful looking shot that had all the time in the world and played it square of the wicket where the field was vacant. Excellently done this by Wasimave. Oh, under the belt there. Great execution.
I mean, look at the option. Look at how she created that room, going outside off time, getting behind that line of the ball. That length was not short enough to play that shot, but the way she did set herself up is what made her execute that shot very well for 4. Lovely piece of cricket we are seeing from the Gahanga Queens captain. Pressure on Mahawe Nimana off the first ball.
And again, great understanding this by Uwasemave. She understands she's got only one fielder in the deep on the leg side to beat. So if she goes for that option of playing it flat batted onto the leg side, she will get value out of it. This time doesn't get connection on it. Trying to cut that, almost a late cut. Doesn't get any contact on it. 61 runs have been put up into the 9th over here. Down the ground. And one, it will remain. Didn't get a good connection off the blade there. Tried playing it down the ground. Not timing it well enough. And now, quick delivery flicked onto the leg side. And they're running hard. Come back for us double comfortably. Excellent running between wickets this.
Some good cricket there from these two batters there. Taking on the boundary fielders. Indatwa Hampshire need to do something different here. So far, it's been 7 runs and 2 delivers left in this Mahaweni Manners over. A lovely piece of cricket that we're seeing from both sides. Not bad balls that are being bowled here, I might say, but it's the application and the intent that is being shown by these two batters here. Drop shot, driven down hard on the ground, 2 long on, trying to push for 2, but you don't want to take the arm of Giselle Shimwe. Out given, run out there, but took his time there, Gaston busy. But like I said earlier on, you don't want to be taking on the arm of Giselle Shimwe on the boundary. They've managed to do that, but Marive was a good 38 of 26 delivers. Good knock from the skipper himself.
Excellent throw that from the deep. And like you mentioned, there's certain players from the field you do not want to take that arm on. A rocket throw coming from the deep by Ishimwe. Giselle, have a look at that. She played it down the ground and it slowed it down. It was a short delivery, stayed low, but the accuracy and the flat throw there, getting the ball and taking the stumps off. Easy decision to be made by Gaston. Great knock comes to an end.
In comes Wase Giovannis. She comes in when a team is in a good position here. 64 for the loss of 2 wickets into the last couple of deliveries for this first inning. So this is where she just needs to come and open up your arms from ball number 1 here. But still, Belis Mregatete on 19 of 19. She's still in there. Both of these two guys need to carry on through all the way to over number 10. Get that 70, 75 plus, maybe 80. Then we've got a game on there. You need to take on, challenge the two Ishimwes, Giselle and Henriette, with a score on the board.
Oh, beaten by pace there. Trying to swing that wildly. And definitely playing against the quality side of Indatwa. You need to pile up a big score in the first innings to defend it. There you see the Mohanga Zebras watching closely as a herd out there, resting upon the shades of the acacia trees, taking a rest. They know they've qualified for the next round.
Who's going to bowl the last over? It's Giselle Shimwe coming in. 65 there. Medive talked about 70. What is going into the back mind of Giovanni Uwase being the new batter coming in at this penultimate time? Last over of how many more runs can she pile in this over? A couple of 2 or 3 boundaries here, the whole equation changes. A couple of those here again, the game changes in favor of Indatwa Hampshire. So Giovanni Uwase needs to make sure that if she can't get that ball to the boundary, she has to get off strike and give Belis Mrekatete much of the strike to do the last hitting of this last over.
Last over, 65 runs on board. Do we get to see them reach to that 70 mark? And the bigger question, will it be enough to defend against the mighty Indatwa? Bitten. And there, the stumping has been done. Blink and you miss it. Exceptionally done by the wicketkeeper Flora. The batter Could not believe that she's been sent off in that fashion. A wild, wild swing, losing balance outside the crease there. Wase Giovanni's not troubling anybody, including the viewers and the scorers. Leaves the pitch with what she came in with. Shakira coming in, 31 matches, 20 innings, 185 to her name, 30 being her highest, strike rate of 75, which she will need to work upon. Long levers in place, chance of a run out, and not done. A very, very slow throw back to the bowler there. Ishimwe Giselle not happy with the effort by the fielder at covers. Very animated character she is. Not happy at all with that effort. With that effort by the fielder at covers. 4 deliveries left here, 66 on board. And a false start by Giselle. Not letting one rip. Powerfully struck, and that will be the fielder. The pickup, just a single. Disappointed there by not launching that full toss. Swing and a miss. Wildly swinging the bat hard is Shakira here, getting no contact off it. 3 deliveries. 2 deliveries left here to go. Does she get some bat onto this one? Let's wait and see. Coming in is Giselle. And once again stays low, gets a Chinese cut onto it. They will pick up just a single. And from the looks of things, you can see the pitch not really getting a bounce out of it. It's staying really flat, really low. Not as expected. Can be quite difficult to time the ball on such pitches. And launches this one. This one has gone a mile, but the fielder there cannot do much as the ball has crossed the boundary ropes, and the umpires have indicated that as a boundary. It went miles in the air and just bounces a yard short of the boundary. We come to the end of 10 overs here, 72 runs on board, 73 needed by Indatwa Hampshire. And that's the challenge up front coming in for the second innings. 38 on board by Uwasemave, the captain wicketkeeper. 6 boundaries to her name, strike rate of 146.15. Uwase Clarice, 4 runs off 8. Belize Morikatete, a brilliant knock of 24 off 22 with 3 boundaries. Uwase Giovanni's came in and went out without troubling much. Shakira not out for 2 off 3 with only 4 extras coming through the course of 10 overs. And that exceptional partnership between the captain, Wasim Avey, and Belize Morekatete, a partnership of 49 runs off 37 deliveries. Exceptional partnership. And initial start there. There you see the most expensive, Umurguaneza Grace, 1 over, 1 dot, 13 runs, coming off her over economy of 13. Most economical bowlers were Tumukunde Marie Joseph and Ingabire Sifa. Tumukunde Marie Joseph, 1 over, 3 dots, 4 runs and 1 wicket to her name with an economy of 4. Exceptionally done here. Do stay tuned, as we will join you shortly for the run chase here at Gahanga.
Can Indatwa, Hampshire, Giselle Ishimwe, Henriette Ishimwe, Flora Irakoze come here and do the job for their team? It's promising to be an interesting game here. Some fireworks. We've seen some lovely shots there. Merve Uwase, Belis Murikatete. What can Flora Irakoze and Giselle Ishimwe have for us and for their team here? We are yet to find out that the two openers are walking in. There they are. Giselle Ishimwe in the red helmet and Flora Irakoze in the blue one, but she's changing off from the red to the blue helmet again. But if those that are watching, Flora Irakoze is the smaller one, the shorter one, and Giselle Ishimwe is the taller one. But no, it's Flora Irakoze who's changing the helmet. Giselle Ishimwe is stuck to a red one. If you want to notice the difference, that will be the difference between those two betters. They've been doing a fantastic job for their team here throughout this entire league. Now, this is the day that they need to come and make a change. Who's going to be opening the ball for Gahanga Queens? From the road end, none other than Tony Wase, Zulfat leg spin coming into ball from the road end. Gahanga Queens straight up, taking the pace off the ball, starting off with spin. It's going to be interesting to see. Deep square leg in place on the boundary, and long on the boundary, wideish. Again, short third and a gully. Those are the fielders. The boy is standing away, deep extra cover, point, mid-off, and a mid-on, mid-wicket. Those are the guys that are stopping the singles in the circle. It's only 2 overs in the power play. If they can manage to contain these two batters, quieten them early on, and apply pressure at the deep end of the innings, the better. But these two guys, I don't think they will be so quietened so easily. Giselle Ishimwe normally takes the first ball, but today it has been a change of that. Flora Irakoze is on strike now. A lot of tactics being employed here. We'll come back again, Zaidkan, for this run chase.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting one to look upon. All the viewers tuning in, courtesy of Dufferbet and Rwanda Cricket Association. We'll have to wait just a few more seconds while we get the game to commence. Ball number 1, here we go. Sweeps it first up. Running hard. Giselle sends Flora back. She was slow with the initial run there. Giselle was ready for a double, but saw her partner not coming back, telling her to hold on to herself on the non-striker end.
The intent also from the first ball going for the sweep shows that they know the amount of work they need to do. They need runs early on. So we are looking forward to see an interesting run chase here.
And again, the advantage Flora has being the wicket keeper. She's seen the bounce and she's been reading the ball well. Coming in, powerfully struck. Not coming back for a double. Just the outfield there, you can see not getting value out of their shots there. Seems to be an injury. Physio just going to look upon.
Hope she's going to be fine there, boss. Those are not good signs for Gahanga Queens. She's one of the main batters there, so they would want to see her up on the feet. Up on the feet she is. Very well. There, she looks fine. A quick signal to the physio to tell him to go back. She's fine there, because that would be a bit of some worry for Gahanga Queens if she had taken a knock there.
Ishimwe Zurafat. Flighted delivery clubbed onto the leg side. Will that be the first boundary? Well stopped there in the deep. Lovely effort. They'll have to settle for two runs there. It was played in the deep, comfortably done by Flora and Giselle. the good runners between wickets. But again, like I mentioned earlier, change of sides by Zurfat. Plays it onto the leg side.
Not dot ball so far in this over. All the balls have been put in the gaps, and that is a good start by these two batters. They know exactly what they want, 69 or 57, so they need to make sure that they stay on top of that required run rate all the way until they get to.
And again, it's not going to be easy with the sort of pace on offer by Zurfat. It's doesn't come on or survives that. Interesting decision that by Gaston. I'd love to see that on replay, and a wide has been indicated there. Can we see that on replay?
Look at the awareness there by Zurfat Uwase. Let's see there how she does on the second attempt. She missed the first one. Good throw there. Hit the stumps. The awareness by Giselle Shimwe. Yeah, but that should have been out there. On the second attempt, that should have been out completely. Maybe we are seeing it from here, but she missed the first attempt. The second attempt, she uprooted the stumps, then dropped everything down with the ball in the hand. But unfortunately, she stays in. A lot of scenes happening here, a lot of drama happening. We need to go to the laws of the book and see how it says when someone goes for the second attempt. But from what we saw from here, the stump was still on the ground. She missed the first one. She uprooted on the second attempt. Still, the batter was not even in the frame, but given not out.
Gets away with that time around. Umpire Gaston not reading the play well on that occasion.
Eight runs in the first over. The good knock by Indatwa Hampshire. In comes from the other end. Waisaba Clementine comes to bowl the second over.
Lovely, lovely delivery. Swinging away. A slingy sort of action this. Waisaba Clementine there with a slingy sort of action. Just swinging away from the arc of Giselle Shimwe. And a flat delivery.
A lot of tension, a lot of drama happening here. We're still yet to find out there on that dismissal. Maybe we are not the laws, so we need to revisit and read them again and see what exactly happened there. Those are changing moments of the game. But other than that, the game continues. Waisaba started off very well. Good run there by Gisele Shimwe. She hit it straight in front of mid-off for a single.
Just 2 balls. Just 2 balls being bowled here so far. Just 1 run coming off it. Once again, lovely, lovely delivery this outside off stump. Keeping it out of the reach of Flora. Lovely, lovely teasing delivery this by Clementine. Plays it onto the leg side this time. We'll just pick up a single. "63 runs needed. Still a tough task. The game is still on. 49 deliveries to get those 62 runs here. Indatwa Hampshire are in for the chase. Shima Giselle on strike. Quality play she is.
Good over there to finish up with the dot. 2 runs off that over. Power play done here. 11 for no loss. Great bowling by Clementine Waisaba.
Giving away just 2 runs. Exceptional over that was. And just keeping it at one line, keeping it out of the arc of the right-handed batters. Really well done. End of the power play, 11 runs on board here for no loss. Cynthia coming in. Jersey number Uera Cynthia. Starts off with a wide delivery down the leg, losing her line completely. Powerfully struck. Will that go all the way? Yes, it will. That is the first maximum off the bat of Flora. Absolutely clubbed. Beautiful looking shot, that lovely flow of the bat. Got underneath it. Gave it ample amount of elevation. And he went all the way. Great, great connection. Have a look at that. Went miles in the air and above the fielder there. Beautiful looking shot that.
Lovely piece of shot there from Irakoze Flora, breaking the shackles of sixes. This should be a second six I've witnessed. Goes down here. Shakira Nyomhoza being the fielder there. Good piece of running in between the wickets. Lovely. This is the intent that you want to see. 18 so far now in this in this third over. Yeah, a wide and a 6-7 runs. So far 8 runs with 4 balls to come here. A good game that we are looking forward to see here. Irakoze Flora. Gisele Shima goes for that. She cut. That should go all the way to the boundary there. No, I spoke too early. The fielder goes down, and whatsoever reason, I don't know where the pressure is coming from. That could have been easily 3 runs there.
It'll settle for just a double here. The outfield, Leonard, being very slow. That could have been a boundary on any other day. Just holding on to the ball there. That means the batters out there in the middle will have to work extra hard to get those runs. Use of the feet. Plays it to the fielder and picks up a single here. 22 runs. They need to break this partnership. They've got to find a way to break this partnership of Indatwa Hampshire if they're to remain in the competition. At the moment, Indatwa just cruising along what's required.
I like the way these two batters are going about their betting, applying pressure early on the first deliveries, getting a boundary there, then you knock it around there. Already that would have put you in a good position. Again, shot lovely into the gap. That should race away for 4. Lovely shot there from Irakoze Flora. Short and wide, piercing that gap between backward point and short third for 4. Lovely piece of finishing up the over there with the boundaries. 11 runs. 15 runs so far in this over. Big over, I might say. Yes, I can. Lovely piece of run chase by Indatwa Hampshire. I told you that this wicket is easy to chase on earlier on. Look at the shots that these guys are playing. It is. The Gahanga Queens need to do something extra here if they want to come back in contention of winning this game.
And there you see the graph. No wicket yet for Team Indatwa going down. And just the execution there by Flora. She waited on it. She wanted to cut it, and she cut it hard. Everything falling into place, and great execution to get yet another boundary. End of 3 overs here, 26 for no loss. 15 runs coming off that over of Cynthia. Massive, massive over, especially in a run chase. And now the equation remains to 47 in 42 legal deliveries. Once again into the heat of the battle. Clementine once again continuing where she had left off initially. Get some bat onto it. They're running hard. They will come back for 2. Clementine has kept it very simple, trying to keep it out of the reach of the batters there. bowling so close to that wideish line. And with the help of the wicket staying flat, it's not an easy shot to execute. Again, you see, and that will be a wide, an extra. Sometimes we play too close to the fire and end up getting burnt, flying too close to the sun. Giselle on strike. Tries to cut it, doesn't get the connection. Settles for a single. Good rotation here.
Good running between the wickets. At this point of time, Gahanga Queens are happy not to concede boundaries here. And that is what they need to keep doing. But with these two set batters here, it's not going to be that easy. They have to dig deeper again into their pockets. Clementine doing well so far. Fielded there at short third. Just get a touch on it, take the pace of the ball, but could not stop that single. So the good thing that these two batters have done here is, again, knowing where the gaps are, knowing how to rotate strike. When a bad ball comes in, goes all the way to the boundary. This is what these two batters have managed to do. That's why you see they are currently on 31 for no loss into the fourth over here with 2 deliveries left. Yet to score a boundary, you never know. Shot. Lovely fielding there. My Belis Mrekatete.
And again, the significant difference between the two batters here is that Giselle, the athlete she is, she takes off instantly when there is an opportunity for a run. Yet Flora, on the other hand, happens to be more cautious. She happens to be guilty of ball watching at times, resulting into lack of those doubles and miscommunication also. Final delivery of the fourth over here, 33 runs on board. That was a wideish looking delivery. She stretched out for it. Could have been an extra. Come to the end of 4 overs, 34 runs on board here. Team Indatwa Hampshire. 17 runs off 12 balls by Flora Irakoze and 12 off 12 by Giselle Ishimwe is a contribution of this 34-run partnership of 24 deliveries.
Now comes in to the attack from the road end, Belis Murekatete. Merve Owase now going straight to the most experienced bowlers in the squad. We are yet to see Giovanni Uwase with the ball. We are yet to see again Ruth Uimana with the ball. I think they're just waiting to squeeze in the last 4 overs, but now they need to make sure that they contain these two batters early on, then at the end the pressure will be applied on them. Hopefully pick 1 or 2 wickets along the way, because they need to break this partnership. 39 of 36 deliveries needed here. The gap is not that much big. It's only a boundary away. So they need to come up with a plan here. Mrekatete comes in. Starts off with a wide. Way too wide.
That's not a pleasant looking delivery.
And 2 runs it is there from Ishimwe Giselle.
If you to see a replay of that on the screen, it's a very, very horrid looking delivery. Completely missing track of her line there. We get a replay of that.
Another wide delivery followed up with 3 runs so far by Belis Murekatete. 4 runs so far before she even bowled a single ball in this over. One of the most experienced bowlers Gahanga Queens possesses. She has to do better than that. It is. Breakthrough needed. Giselle Ishimwe comes off, comfortably taken by Giovanni Suwasa in the covers. Playing a bit too much there. Now this is where we're going to see the game. Whoever is going to come in, there's the captain herself. What sort of approach is she going to come up with the foundation or the platform? Whichever way you might call it has been set here now. This is where the game is going to be on between Ishimwe and Flora and Gahanga Queens. Now this is where they need to make that 10 through.
If you can see on that occasion, just outfoxing Giselle Ishimwe with a variation of pace, just slowing it down. Giselle Ishimwe not able to time it and pops it in the air, scooping it for a simple catch. One danger goes by, another danger comes in. Ishimwe Henriette. We all know what she's capable of. A cricketing mind she's got. Ishimwe Henriette there, 105 matches, 96 innings, 1,697 runs to her name, 120 being her highest, 350s and 200s. Exceptional numbers to her side. The maturity of cricket she shows. Let's wait and see. She'll be up for it today once again. Past the fielders, starts off with a boundary. That should lessen the pressure upon her shoulders to get things started in such a fashion. Easy as we like it. Just angles it away. Again, a slow one by Belis Murekatete. She has understood pace is not working out for her. Every time she tries to push that delivery a couple of yards quicker, she ends up bowling it as an extra. So now she has adjusted herself to bowl that medium pace sort of delivery at a good length. And once again, that's hit Merveille, the keeper, on the shoe. Defended there, but the physio will be called upon. It was a loud blow to her shoe. Dotted delivery. The physio is just walking upon. Sometimes, despite all the protection you've got, the ball tends to hit you on a spot where you cannot put any protection. It's just unfortunate and unlikely to see. And there you see Giselle Ishimwe. 2 innings, 84 runs, the highest scorer. Belize Morekatete, number 2 on 74. Was Merveille on 61. Highest scores here. You get 72, 26, 38, 26 by Flora Irakoze, Katia Mahoro. With 2 maximums so far, only 3 batters to have that feat of maximums. Was Merveille with 9 boundaries to her name. Giselle Ishimwe 1 boundary behind. And she's the leader with maximums here. Strike rate of 168. The highest of the lot. Following closely in strike rate matters is Merveille Wase. There you see
Looks like she's back on your feet. There is the captain who would want to walk out and leave your other fielders in there soldiering on for a team. Hopefully it's not something that is serious later on. But you can see she's a bit limping, but she manages to be strong enough to stand up big on your feet. 42 for 1 into the 5th over. 2 deliveries left in this over of Belize Morekatete managing to take a wicket in that over. And now with the captain again starting off on a blistering start of the boundary of the first ball. This over seems to be interesting. The last 2 deliveries are going to be crucial for both sides here. As they need 31 of 32 deliveries. They need to squeeze in a boundary or 2 here. Then they need to squeeze in a dot or some wickets along the way of the bit. They're trying to go for that Yorker line. This is what I've been saying, Zaidkan. If she's bowling at that pace, she has to be bowling on stumps every time. She must not give them room to cut, pull, or use the outside edge. It has to be on stumps every time. Keep asking questions on stumps. You're making them do something different. Then she can get away with that.
And of course, using the pace over there, using the right line, that can be quite challenging. Now wide it is. Again, an awful looking delivery way outside of some. Final delivery left. 9 runs she's given away. Yes, she picked up the wicket of Ishimwe Giselle, but at what cost? Giving away 10 runs. Here she is charging in. And another extra.
This over, I can see even the body language of the fielders has gone down because they didn't expect a lot of these extras coming in. 6 of them in this over. A long over there from Belize Morekatete. 10 balls in that over. And 5 extras coming on in that over. Not good signs for Gahanga Queens here. 29 runs in 30 balls, 44 for 1.
Last wicket, Giselle Ishimwe with 12 of 13 deliveries. Caught by Wase Giovannis, bowled by Belize More Katete. The leading scorer here at RCA Duffabet Women's T10 2024 had to depart. Flora here being set on 17 of 12 deliveries should be giving the green light to Ishimwe Henriette to allow her to play her shots. Swing and a miss, and that misses everything. The bat, the gloves of the keeper. Really, really nice delivery to begin with by Nasila.
Not doing justice to the bowler there, Meriveo Wase. Leg by as it is. Deflected off there, but lovely piece of bowling from the youngster. Coming in these pressure situations. Let's see the next 5 deliveries following up. He has to restart that again. Still game on here. Next 2 overs are going to be the most important ones of this game here. A wicket here, the game changes. A couple of boundaries here, again, the game changes to either side here.
Yes, lots happening out there in the middle, especially considering it's the shorter format of the game. Things tend to happen on a quick pace. The youngster Nasila here having a natural in-swing with her left arm. Does it move away? Again, really nice movement coming into the right-hander. Not ideal. Not quite sure how many times Ishimwe Henriette has faced the youngster. But at the moment, she's through with 3 deliveries already. Yet to get her run. And again, have a look at that movement. Sloppy bit of glove work by the keeper. Shouldn't have been a single there. Easily stumpable, that delivery.
Lovely piece of bowling there from Nasila. I'm telling you, she's troubling Henriette Ishimwe here. Again, she troubles Flora Irakoze with that angle, that left arm coming in Zaidkan, with the drift again also in that shape. Sometimes she's shaping it away, sometimes she's shaping it in this last 2 delivery, it is shaped inside again. Lovely to see it from the youngster.
Again, what is really plausible is that she understands the height that she is and the launch of the ball, allowing that lateral movement in the air. This time it has been hit onto the leg side and boundary it will be. So the final delivery of the over gets hit away for a boundary. Otherwise, excellent over that was.
That is a brilliant over from the youngster. Look at that. They were picked there by Flora Irakoze, knowing where the gap was. Something that we've seen so far from these 2 teams. The batters understanding the gaps, making sure that they place the ball very well in the gaps. But good over there, I must say, from Nasra, conceding only 6 runs in that, 2 of them being leg buys in that boundary of the last ball. 50 for 1 after 6 into the last 4 overs of the game. Who comes in to bowl now? Another youngster, left arm spin. Ruth Uimana from the road end.
A good partnership so far. It has gotten to double digits, 12 runs, partnership of 11 deliveries here between Flora and Ishimwe Henriette. Now Ruth coming into the attack from the road end. Ruth coming between the umpire and the stumps there. Interesting to see. Left arm bowler doing that. Well stopped there. Keep it down to just a single. 22 needed in 23 deliveries here by Indatwa, Hampshire. It's a interesting game we've got on hand this afternoon. Plays it around the corner and they pick up 2 runs, easy as you like it.
Good ball there from young Uimana Ruth. Dot. There it is, halfway through the over. See how slowness the ball is. Now Flora needs to do something better here. They said better, 23 of 17. A good knock, but now with these 2 youngsters have made a good comeback for Gahanga Queens. Dropped short. Again, there is a fielder deep square. Calling for 2. 1 it is. Lovely piece of fielding there from Cynthia Uwera on the boundary, square leg boundary. I say Gahanga Queens manages to stop this in the next 2 delivery, a boundary here. I'm telling you, they would have done a fantastic job, these youngsters.
It's been a slow start here by Ishimwe Henriette. She's on 5 of 9 deliveries. Yes, she's very capable of accelerating and getting that strike rate changed completely in no time. Running in hard for 2 and a fumble there in the deep.
That should have been easily a single there, but lapse of concentration there by Giovanni Uwase, missing that ball on that occasion, allowed them to come back for 2. But it has been a decent over so far, cutting off that boundary. Yes, it is good, but you need to apply a lot of pressure by cutting those 2s, bowling a lot of dot balls there. For Indatwa Hampshire, it's not like it's far. They are above the required run rate here. 17 of 19. Easy to take there. Again, Ishimwe tries to go over there. But he's delivering end of over number 7 into the last 18 deliveries here. 56 for the loss of 1. I'm telling you, it's going to be an interesting finish here. 17 of 18 balls here. They need to bring someone who can do some magic these last 2 overs here. Cut off those boundaries that I've been talking about. Squeeze in 2 or 3 dot balls in and over. That will apply pressure back to Flora Irakozo, who seems to be in good touch here and in control.
We find Team Indatwa losing their first wicket in the 5th over. Unlike team Gahanga Queens lost their first wicket in the third over here. And then 2 more wickets falling towards the end of the first innings. 56 on board for the loss of 1 wicket after 17 runs needed. It's getting really tight here, Leonard.
Nasila to continue there. She bowled a good over. The first over she bowled. She continues. The captain has given a trust again. What can she do in this over? What plan and answers does Flora Irakoze have for her now? She struggled the previous over now. Let's see if she has done some thinking. Lovely shot there, but straight into the hands of Clarice Umtoniwase, who did a fantastic job at mid-off there.
Good call, good running between the wickets there. Nasila has come back into the attack and great talent. Lots of work and growing up, of course. Youngster has lots of cricket ahead of her. Swinging into the right-handed batter. Flora on strike now. She's on 25 of 19 deliveries. Loud appeal and the shake of the head. Very, very nice delivery that it was angling into the pads there, crashing in there. But the umpire felt it was going down the leg, and it looked like it was going down the leg through the trajectory. And it's good to see how disciplined she has kept it so far. Has been hit onto the leg side for another maximum. And there we have the confirmation. Second player to hit two maximums in this Duffer Bet edition.
You can see the upload from the dugout there. Good pick, good waiting. But I said the angles there by Gahanga Queens fielders is not much good. The fielders are standing in too square. But a good shot there from Flora Irakoze, understanding what the situation wants. But also give credit to Nasila. She has bowled fantastically very well. 9 runs of 14 deliveries here. Can this be the over that they can finish up, or they're going to wait for a couple of more balls here? They need to keep fighting Gahanga Queens. Flora Irakoze on 31 of 21.
Shake of the
There's
head
no one
there.
on the umpires, on the bowler's end. That could have been an easy run out there, but there was no one there to pick up that delivery. Good running in there. Leg by it is.
Also to see that on replay, Leonard, because it was an interesting call there. It looked like it was still holding its line. I'd love to see that on replay once again. The umpire shook his head already. And a full
Lovely
length
piece of
delivery.
bowling there by Nasra. And the over, number 8, 65 for 1. Look at that. Missing leg from here. Now 8 runs in 12 deliveries side. Some magic is needed here.
Yes, and you can see how costly that maximum will be from that over. One connected cleanly. 31 of 22 deliveries. 2 overs left here. 8 runs in 12 balls. Easy math. You can either make it very easy for yourself or very hard, depending on how you go about things. Earlier on, the first game of the day, we saw how the table switched. Not trying to throw a jinx on any of the side, but they need to keep it simple and easy. As we see Zurufat coming into the attack once again from the road end. What a knock Flora is playing out here. 31 of 22. Second batter only to have 2 maximums to her name in this competition. Plays it down the ground. Simple, easy stuff. Just rotation of strike. Nothing much to it.
Catch and catch taken there by Nasira continues with their form, not with the ball again, but with the field. Another breakthrough now. Is it the time now to turn things around? Is Ishimwe Zurufat manages to dismiss Ishimwe Henriette for 8 of 13 deliveries. Now in comes left hand again, Marie Joseph Tumkunde into ball. This is where the turning moment or the turning point needs to be. Now. Ball is many balls you'd want to Marie Joseph Tumkunde, 7 of 11.
Have a look at that, just getting the toe edge, just the outside edge with that bat flow and a comfortable catch taken by the youngster Nasila. Never looked like she was into the game. Ishimwe Henry there, 8 of 13 deliveries. Very unlike her game. She's a very good player, but she's got to show her back to the field now. Go back into the dugout with just 7 runs needed.
Marie Joseph Tumkunde on strike now. It's quite interesting, these field angles and setting that I've been talking about here. Again, the fielders, the Gahanga Queens fielders here for a lefty to have someone who is long, that deep backward square leg, like with the leg spinner bowling into your legs. You need to make sure that you have got a tighter deep square leg and a cow. Is this the breakthrough that Gahanga Queens was looking for? We are yet to find out in these couple of deliveries that are yet to come. Zurufat Uwase started very well. Good single there taken by Marie Joseph Tumkunde. That brings Flora Orakoze on 32 of 23 on strike. A lot of tension. 6 runs off 9 deliveries here. They need some magic here, the Gahanga Queens. Goes up and area, catches the call, but there's no one there. They're trying to force in for 2. Missed run out there by the bowler herself. Zurufat Uwase, if he had hold on to that ball, that could have been a different story there. Pressure is mounting for the Gahanga Queens fielders. In that particular case, Zurufat Uwase found wanting. If he'd hold on to that ball, that could have been the end of Marie Joseph Tumkunde. Goes up and area. There's no one in that particular region there. Picking up gaps is what she did very well, Flora. She has been the player they needed on this particular occasion, and she did that very, very well. Now, this is what they wanted, seeing it off through all the way to the end. 2 runs off 7 deliveries here. Indatwa Hampshire are on their way to the final here. This is what they needed. Mereve spoke about 71 plus, but it seems not to be enough. They needed a bit more than 10 runs short. But if you look at it again, going on analysis, that Belis Muregat is over. That went for a lot of extras. Is the over that changed this whole game. Now 36 of 25. Flora Irakoze played a fantastic inning here for a team to see them off to the final. There's another game coming up there. As you can see, the team starting to walk in. Sorowate Girls taking on Mohanga Zebras is the next game that is coming up. Scores big again there, but managing to find the mid-on area. 1 run needed to win this game. The scores are tied. And it's over. Now, last over coming in there, needing 1 run off 6 deliveries there. Flora fought hard for a team. 37 runs of 26 deliveries. What a fantastic knock when it needed most. Getting in form at the right time. As you can see there on the screens, so what the girls get going into their dugout. They're getting ready for the next match. And with the ball now in the hand to come up and stop that single run is Uwera Sentia. Only 1 needed here. What is going to be the plan here? Everyone is coming into the circle. A hard-fought game here for both sides here. Some lovely cricket. It is the RCA Tafabet T10's league. 2 teams taking on each other here in Indatwa, Hampshire and Gahanga Queen. Some quality cricket that we've witnessed here. Tries to go big. Missed that completely with a shout, but umpire not interested in that one. A lot of drama happening here. Flora Irakoze, she has been there for 27 deliveries, so she knows better how to go in those situations. Again goes aerial, and game it is. Indatwa Hampshire into the final. Goes off with a boundary. Well fought there, well played there, Flora Irakoze. Finishing up on 41 of 28 deliveries. Lovely knock there. Indatwa Hampshire winning that game by 8 wickets. But some fantastic bowling, some fantastic game there that we've seen being showed by Gahanga Queens and Indatwa Hampshire. Some quality cricket that we've witnessed here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. Indatwa Hampshire into the final on the 16th of March. They're just waiting to see who are they going to play against between those 2 sides. Sorowate and Mohanga Zebras. Flora Irakoze at the top, 41 of 28. Giselle Chimo, 12 of 13. Ishimo Henriette, 8 of 14. Marie Joseph Tumkunde, 1 of 1. Lovely piece of betting there from Flora Irakoze leading up front, up the order. 14 extras is the difference that made this game easy for Indatwa Hampshire. Those were too much, especially coming in from the most experienced bowlers in the team. But like they always say, they have to be a winner, they have to be a loser at any game. But today, Gahanga Queens be on the other side. There is Zulfat Uwase, 2 overs, 16, 1 wicket. Clementine Wisaba, fantastic bowling there. 2 overs, 10 runs. Cynthia Uwera being expensive. Belis Mregateta again expensive, 1 over, 10 runs. Nasla, fantastic bowling from the youngster. 12 runs in 2 overs there. Ruth Uiman again, another fantastic bowling from the youngster there. 1 run, 6 overs, 6 runs. But that wicket, that extra column there is the one that it made a big difference between these 2 sides. 14 extras, not pleasing to look. Join us again shortly for another game that is coming in. Sorowate taking on Indatwa. Sorowate winning the toss in that game, and they've opted to have a bet, to have a ball first, and that game is coming to us shortly. Join us again.
To microphone.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody once again for the post-match presentations for the game between Indatwa and Gahanga Queens. Indatwa winning by 8 wickets. I would like to call upon the captain of Gahanga Queens, Merve Uwase. Merve, tough game out there. It went down to the wire. Final delivery. What do you have to say about this game?
What I can say, the bowlers failed to bowl according to our plan, that's why.
And what are the positives you pick out of this game?
The positive, it was batting on both sides. We play a good inning for batting. Aside of bowling, it was here and there.
All right, thank you very much. All the best. And now I would like to call upon the captain of Team Indatwa, the winning team, Henriette Ishimwe. Congrats, Henriette. What would you like to say about your game?
What can I say is both sides they played well. The batters of Gahanga Queen, they batted well, even us we batted well.
Any point did you feel the pressure as the game was getting really tight towards the end?
It was not tough pressure.
All right, congratulations. Wish you all the best. And now for the player of the match, We've got some exceptional performances today. We've got Merve Ouase from Team Gahanga Queens, scored 38 of 26 deliveries with 6 boundaries to her name. But the player of the match is Flora with 41 of 28, 2 maximums and 3 boundaries. Congrats, Flora, for winning the player of the match. What do you have to say about this feat?
Thank you. I'm happy.
And also hitting 2 maximums, joining your teammate with 2 maximums to her name. How does it feel to get to that level? Say something, it's okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna.
Even Kinyarwanda, say something.
I'm happy. Ndishimye cyane nyine kubw'ibi ngibi nyine tumishimye cyane.
All right, wish you all the best. And that's the report from out here in the middle. I'm Zaid Khan signing off.